Welcome back to the Jake's Take with Jacob Alyashar podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Alyashar, the chief content producer and writer of jakestake.com, a pop culture entertainment news website. America's Got Talent's 16th season is done with its Summer Olympic hiatus. I'm ecstatic that the show is back in the Dolby Theatre and that there are eager performers ready to perform for the show's grand prize. Among those acts include Sofia Vergara's Golden Buzzer recipient, Jimmie Herrod. Jimmie Herrod is a Pacific Northwest-based artist and performer who splits his time between Portland, Oregon, and Paris, France. Before he auditioned for AGT, Jimmie worked with the international music acts such as ODESZA and Pink Martini. Earlier this season, he blew audiences away with his powerful interpretation of Tomorrow from the beloved musical Annie. I want to give a special shout out to my friends over at Fremantle and NBC for this incredible opportunity. So, without further ado, let's go directly into my conversation with Jimmie. Jimmie, congratulations. I just wanted to say congratulations on that Golden Buzzer. And you have had, I think, a lot of press coverage. So thank you so much for taking time on your schedule to talk with me today. I really appreciate it.
Jacob, thank you so much for wanting to have me on. And yes, it has been a busy week.
All righty, so let's get started. So when did you get interested in music and how did that passion evolve into the desire to pursue a career in the recording industry?
Great question. I grew up in a musical household. I heard music every day, first thing in the morning from my dad. And I think his love for music was instilled upon me. So I grew up doing like the fifth grade band track. I played clarinet. I did middle school choir, I did high school choir. And I think towards the end of high school, I realized that I could turn my love for something also into a career and get an education in it. So I went to college also for music, which has really just continued to lead me to where I am today.
Awesome. So you had the opportunity to share the stage with both ODESZA and Pink Martini. So what were some of the lessons that you learned from your time performing with them that helped you prepare for America's Got Talent?
Yeah, so I first performed with ODESZA on a radio show, but on a bigger scale, I got to sing backgrounds for them on Jimmy Kimmel, which was like you're on the TV set. You've never been on a set like that, in my case at least, and it's that environment as a learning lesson in itself. There's a lot of moving parts, and with Pink Martini, I've gotten to travel all over the world with them, and you really learn the etiquette of professional spaces and how to handle yourself, and also how to show appreciation because the opportunities are rare to get to do things like that, to go overseas and sing for a crowd full of people that know the songs that you're singing. It's really unique and super special. So I feel all of that together, getting to travel and getting to be in really professional spaces, prepared me both as a musician, but also as a person who enters those spaces. So AGT was, it's the biggest stage I can say that I've ever been on in terms of opportunity and exposure.
Wonderful. And so why did you decide that season 16 was the perfect time to audition for AGT?
Season 16 happened to be during this time where a lot of us were at home, and those of us who work regularly, were unable to maybe participate in things like this before. And this time period just gave people a great amount of time to practice even for this sort of competition. And for me, the opportunity presented itself. And I sort of believe that those opportunities are rare, as I said. So I pursue them every time.
All righty. So for everyone to recap, just in case you didn't miss Jimmie's audition, you did sing Tomorrow, which blew everybody away. So you went against the grain, which is so rare for a singer to do, and perform the song, even though Simon had a strong disliking towards it. So why you decided to do that?
Sometimes I think you have to know what's your best foot forward in that sense. I knew that was the best thing I could possibly sing on that stage. And so in terms of preparation for the show, that was the clear choice. And when you're already up there and they've got the backtrack ready, and there's no running away to grab a CD and say, "Can you play this instead?" You're in the hot seat, and I believed in what I was going to do, and I also was not informed that Simon loathes that song to such a degree. I've later seen that that's a known thing by some online, but no, in that moment, you just have to hold your ground and, believe in what you're going to do, and believe also that you can change minds.
You not only changed Simon's mind completely, which is a rarity on this show and in the Got Talent franchise, but however, Sofia Vergara pressed the golden buzzer, and Terry announced you were going to be performing, moving on to the live show. So what went through your mind when Sofia pressed it and that Terry announced that you were moving to the Dolby Theatre?
Well, I have to say, when you've heard the red X, which is that loud, scary noise. It's really loud on set. I had not heard what happens with the golden buzzer in person, which is, you hear this pop from the confetti and whatnot. And at first I didn't realize, it's really happening. And then you start to see the stuff fall, and it's golden behind you. And it's quite a moment. I wasn't prepared for mentally, because you have to be aware that there are thousands upon thousands of people applying for an opportunity like this every year, auditioning for an opportunity like this. And so you're already thankful to be on the stage, but then to get the golden buzzer is like kind of the mind-blowing part, most of all.
And that's incredible. That is so incredible. So what have been some of the reactions from the America's Got Talent fan base? Because after that, social media went ablaze with the lights.
Yeah, I felt really humbled by all the people who've been reaching out. My phone has been constantly getting notifications. Yeah, everyone from all over really has been super, super positive and supportive throughout this. And it's only just been a few days that the public has been able to see it, including myself. I hadn't seen the performance of the episode prior, but it's been positively overwhelming to have so much support showered on you, through this process. I've had people reaching out from France, Israel, even just like, it's Turkey. It's been really amazing.
It's amazing how the Got Talent community can connect globally.
Oh, yes. The fans are all around the world, and they watch the different franchises of it, Britain's Got Talent as well. And I think they support all the acts, no matter where they are and where they're from. I think everyone wants to see each act do well and succeed. And so you can really feel that from the support that they don't give just myself, but that they give to all the contestants.
I mentioned to you off camera, but I wanted to tell you to this now to all my fans. When I saw Jimmie sing, I immediately put him in the category of the Got Talent great male singers, the most powerful of them in the bunch. I'm talking about John Qualley, aka Prince Poppycock from season 5. I'm talking about Andrew DeLeon from season 7. All 4 forte tenors from season 8, and also my dear friend Brandon James, who was also on season 8, and Brian Jessen Crum from season 11. I think you, and also I believe Sons of Serendip as well. And because the thing is, you have all those vocalists, you guys are all on the same tier of great vocals.
It's very humbling to hear such kind compliments. Thank you.
You are so welcome. So what are you looking forward to the most on Dolby when AGT goes live? And then also, have you thought about the songs you want to perform? Because when you sing tomorrow, that was a show-stopping moment. So have you thought about what other songs are going to deliver the same results or even better?
Right. This is a great question. I am excited to perform in a new space. I've never been in the Dolby Theatre. And to be on the live shows in itself is sort of like exciting. And, It'll be a first time experience in that sense, all around. When it comes to song choice, Tomorrow is such a known song. It's written in such a way that I feel like it was a perfect kind of song for the show, for how the show wants to highlight you doing the things that you're really talented at, and show your strengths, your cards up front in that way. So right now, I'm trying to find a song that can live up to the expectation that now that Tomorrow has set. And there are tons of great songs out there, but still figuring out the perfect one for going forward. I have some ideas, but I'll keep those to myself for now.
All righty. I totally respect that decision, Jimmie. I totally respect that decision because the thing is, no matter what you're going to do, it's going to be great. Just have a feeling
Oh,
about you.
thank you. Oh, that's really sweet. Thank you.
All righty, so let's start wrapping up our conversation. So America's Got Talent just announced that's opening auditions for season 17. So if you had any advice for fans or for your fellow colleagues who want to say, I want to audition, and I want to repeat your Golden Buzzer performance, what advice would you share with them?
I think the best advice I can give is to be authentic. I think when people go on stage and they do something that they're uncomfortable with or don't really believe in, sometimes that shows in just in general. So I think whatever you're gonna do, go out there and be yourself. Practice really hard, of course. That's a bare minimum, but I think the judges and America, the audience at large, responds really well to people showing their hearts and being willing to be vulnerable on that stage with whatever they're communicating to an audience. And we've seen that with some of the other golden buzzers that have been really impactful, not just stories, but the way that they present themselves and perform. And everyone that I've seen on the show so far, watching from home, has been so amazing. And yeah, I think that's something that each of them bring is at least a small portion of themselves is being shown on such a big platform, and you can only do yourself a favor by being happy and comfortable and authentic.
100% true, 100% true, 100% true. Jimmie, I think you're going to do fabulous. Congratulations on getting Sofia's Golden Buzzer. We are
Thank
all going to be
you.
rooting for you when the America's Got Talent goes live. Enjoy the Dolby Theater, soak every moment in, and I hope to be catching up with you sometime this season as the season goes on.
I'd love that. I'd love that. Thank you so
Uh,
much, Jacob.
You are so welcome, Jimmie. Have a fabulous time, my friend.
Thank you. You too.
All right. I am so excited to see Jimmie perform on the Dolby Theater stage. I cannot wait to hear the songs that he plans to cover during the season 16 live shows. The Jake's Take with Jacob Elisher podcast audience and I will be rooting for you, Jimmie. America's Got Talent airs Tuesdays and Wednesdays on NBC, and episodes are also on the Peacock streaming service. If you miss an episode of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elisher podcast, head to our channels on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, and Deezer. That's Jake's Take with Jacob Elisher, JACOBELYACHAR. Once again, JACOBELYACHAR. Are you on social media? Because I'm on social media too. Visit my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube channels. It is Jacob Elisher, JACOBELYACHAR. I want to say that jakes-shake.com is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. Head over to the platform that started it all, jakes-shake.com. Once again, jakes-take.com. And if you're financially able to, please consider visiting my PayPal page. I am the one that is conducting the interviews, editing the videos and audio interviews, as well as writing the content. If you're able to, thank you. I really appreciate it. But if you're not, please consider subscribing to my social media channels and to the podcast. Thank you very much for your time and consideration, guys, and have a great one.